Taking out credit can be extremely daunting, especially if you don't really know how to navigate through it. Tsheleka Credit visits us once again on Money Talks today to give us some tips on how we can make wiser choices with our money.
Welcome back to Rise with BTV, and in this Money Talk segment we've got Teresa from Tsheleka Credit. Welcome.
Thanks, Megan.
So before we dig into the interesting stuff, why don't you just introduce yourself for me?
My name's Teresa Gill. I work for Tsheleka Credit and we offer outsourced staff loans to companies.
That's awesome. So we have talked about various topics about financial health and so on. So let's dig into the why, the importance. You know, why does Tsheleka Credit think it's important for the employer to look after the staff's financial health?
So we believe that outsourcing staff loans is for any forward-thinking business owner. For a business owner to take their employees' financial health seriously adds a lot of benefit to both the employees and the employer. We spend a lot of our time at work, and if your employees are not focused, a lot of the time it's because they are in financial dire straits. Life happens. It's a week before payday, your tire needs replacing, you have children that need to go to the doctor. To fork out that extra 1,000 Rand, 2,000 Rand, our aim is to help the employers make ends meet. And sometimes the business owner doesn't quite have that initial capital outlay or the means on the how, and how do you process an in-house staff loan. And we find that by offering our service directly to the business owner, it really is a simple process, and it's just such an amazing service to have.
So you said that it has both benefits to the employer and to the employee. So what would you say is the benefits for the employer?
So one of the things is that the employee doesn't have to leave their work to go and take out a loan, or they can just go straight to their HR, or they can apply for themselves on our web-based app. But also, if your employees are financially stable, they're going to be more productive at work. They're not going to sit there worrying about everyday stresses. They're not going to sit there worrying about, how am I going to pay this? What am I going to do? Who can I ask to borrow money? Do I approach the unregistered lender at a massive interest rate that's going to get me into more financial debt? This wheel is just going to keep going round and round. We believe that the employees will be more focused at work if they know that their employers are taking care of them, or have this option available to them, that they can have access to a small loan with very good interest rates.
Yes. So for me, I'm also still very young, I don't want too much, debt. So how would you say to a student that it is okay, and it's not as if you're going to lose your car right now because you're taking a loan out? How can you say to a student that this is safe, you'll be okay?
So first of all, make sure you lend through a registered lender, registered with the NCR. And also make sure that if you're going to lend money, it's just for that specific amount, and for an emergency. Lend for need and not for greed. So don't take out a loan if you want to go jolling for the weekend. Take out the loan for something you really need, and make sure that if that amount of money gets you to the end of the month, that you then have the repayments in your budget, because it is very important to keep your payments up to date, to stop that cycle of needing to continually loaning and getting yourself into more debt. It might take long, and know that for 6 months you're going to have 300 Rand to pay your installment. Don't spend it.
Yes.
It's very tough, but it takes self-discipline, and yeah.
Is there anything else that is really important for a student to know before they take out a loan? How are you going to know that they are taking this loan out for something important and not for Jolene?
So on our app, we do have an affordability check where we ask a few questions. We find out what the financial state is, and there is you have to put a reason for why do you need that loan, and based on what your income is, it is all calculated on that, and it's based on a percentage, and then we give a quotation and you accept it on that.
So it's so convenient that it's actually on an app, you know, because having to ask for money is such a personal thing. I mean, it can get like quite nerve-wracking, and then you don't want to ask, and then you sit with nothing, and it's actually important to take out this loan. So I want to know the why about Tsheleka Credit. Why does Tsheleka Credit exist?
So Tsheleka Finance is our mothership, as we call it, is the original company, and they've been in the microfinance industry for over 20 years, and it's your brick and mortar branch all over KZN where we serve clients, individuals directly. And during COVID, we started to think, how can we remodel our business and to bring our service to the company, to the workers that are working, that can't take off time, or to the employer who has this problem where their staff are constantly approaching them for a salary advance, for whatever the reason is. And so we thought long and hard about it, and we developed this business model. And so we are a department of Tsheleka Finance. We named it Tsheleka Credit, and we have our own app. So we come in, we partner up with businesses, and we make their life a lot easier in terms of administration. All the legal boxes are ticked, and the employee themselves can apply for the loan safely within minutes, and the money is paid the same day, and it's all on our web-based app. So it does take the admin headache away from the employer, and the employer has peace of mind that their staff is taken care of financially.
Yes. So what you do is really amazing. You are helping so many people without even realizing how many people you are helping. And thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your service. So if people want to get a loan, how can they contact you? You said you have an app as well.
We do. So that is part of our website, but the easiest would be just to go to our website, tsheleka.co.za. There is a form that they can fill in, request a demo, and that's for business owners. So they can fill in the form, we'll contact them back, we'll catch up with them over a cup of coffee and show them in more detail what exactly we do and how we can help turn their business around.
That's amazing. So you also have like this relationship with the business owner. It's not like just, okay, I'm giving you money, you're paying it back. You have a personal relationship with them, which makes it so much better, because I know then that I can trust you.
Exactly, and what we do as well is once a company signed up with us, we don't go, okay, great, you've signed up with us, here you go, here's the directions.
Yes.
We do have wellness days where we come in, and we also focus on financial wellness. So we have a little booklet all about how to save, what does it mean to budget, what does it mean, a need versus agreed, needs versus desires. And so we do try to educate on financial, how to manage your money with Tsheleka Credit.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today, Teresa.
Thank you, Megan.
This was very informative and very interesting. Thank you for sharing your why with me today.
Thank you for having me.
To the viewers, get in contact with Tsheleka Credit to get that loan you desperately need.
Absolutely insightful, especially for us as the youth who are still trying to find our feet in this world. We've got another insightful interview after the break.